How painful do you think it is for your acetylcholine receptors to be hijacked by a giant wasp? Spoiler alert, it's a 20, and today we're going to be breaking down the most brutal injuries, deaths, and medical emergencies in Fallout Season 2, Pluribus, which I've yet to actually finish, and of course, you guessed it, Eat, Welcome to Derry. Let's go! This is my humeral bone. It takes around 160 pounds of pressure to actually break this. But you see, Pennywise did that to a kid in episode 3 of Welcome to Derry. Yikes, it's really sick. And today, welcome to MedstudentDr. I'm Emmanuel, and we're going to be checking out the injuries, emergencies, and fatalities that made me, a future doctor that has seen it all in the wards, want to actually look away from what I was seeing on screen. Let's go. Oh, the eyes, man. And the head too. Brutal. But an eye injury in itself, like the one we just saw, is not in itself fatal. Like, it wouldn't kill you. I mean, you lose your sight, definitely, but you don't need your eyes to live. You'd still be alright living. You're the blind people that live. Now, the problem with this is the skull structure. Well, the skull has the orbital bones in front, which help to house your eyes. Now, if you're already putting something so long and blunt into both orbital structures, they're paper thin, so most likely you're going to fracture and you have an instant lobotomy, which means that your frontal lobe is most likely damaged. Now, the problem with this is you are going to have exsanguination, lots and lots of bleeding, hemorrhaging, and death. Oh, ouch. Femoral artery gone. In action movies, when someone gets stabbed in the leg or shot in the leg, they limp away, they're alright. But in real life, if a person is shot, and particularly the femoral artery is nicked, they die probably within 5 to 10 minutes. Reason? Simple. The femoral artery is a pipe. It is not a small pipe, but it's like the size of your pinky finger, meaning there are around 5 liters of blood in your body. And the femoral artery is pumping so much to your lower body, lower limb, at so much high pressure, that's systolic pressure, to keep you from, falling apart. Now, if it is nicked, your blood will not spray, it wouldn't even squirt out, it will spring out, it will be splashing everywhere. Now, the best thing to do if this ever happens to you is to tie a tourniquet, try to stop the bleeding, keep the pressure on, plug the wound. Now, if you have to drive, it is important to stop the bleeding, and to do this, the best thing is to actually what? Plug the wound. Tie it so tight that no blood flow is coming down to your lower limb. You're gonna feel numb, but it will save your life. It will save your life. But please, don't get in a situation that would have your, femoral artery nicked, okay? Please. Oh, I watched this episode. It was brutal. Ugh. In movies, whenever the hero gets hit with a bat or any blunt force instrument, they usually just get some rib pain and they stumble off the scene and are okay. But in real life, if you get hit with a bat, let's just say you're already dead. You just don't know it yet. Now, the reason is pretty simple. Let's say your insides, your organs, your liver and spleen, let's just call them like a bag of chips. And your skin is like this flexible external bag that keeps them protected. Now, when a person is being smashed by a bat, the kinetic energy passes through you, causing damage to your liver and spleen. Now, this damage causes you to bleed internally, losing around 2 liters of blood a couple hours later, and you drop dead unconscious, probably going to die from shock. Now, another way you could have a problem if you're very muscular and you protect yourself using your hands. Well, apart from the bone damage and multiple compound fractures you probably will have, your muscles might probably be beat up and get killed, they die, and they release toxins. Around 3-4 days later, those toxins finally get your kidney and they also kill you. A condition called rhabdo. Now, if you don't want to die, you can obviously subscribe and I'll tell you how to solve that. Let's go. Is she having seizures? Imagine never feeling pain, anger, just being eternally happy. Now, in medicine, that's what we call a chemical lobotomy. It is not paradise. Now, for illustrative purposes, I'm just going to describe it in a simple way. Imagine you have a glass of pure, clean water, drinkable water, and then someone gives you like a pack of dye. And normally what your brain does, it releases small amounts of that dye into the water. It's cold enough, it gives you energy, you feel excited, and that dye is your dopamine. Alright, keeps everything going great in little amounts. Now, when you give it in high amounts, like what we see in the movie, in the series Pluribus, there is an amygdala bypass, which causes you to not feel fear or hurt, not because they're not there, but because your brain refuses to recognize the signals that the body sends to it and says, oh, I'm feeling pain. The brain is like, hold up, no pain here, be chilling. Essentially, you're like a happy passenger in a dying car. It is really not what you want to be doing at all. Like, it is not happy. That is not happiness. That is just being miserable and accepting it. It is horrible. Now, I don't think I can tell you a way to beat this except to subscribe, but hey. I think the worst thing a person can go through is disconnection from reality. That's dementia. And in a way, I can feel like the series Pluribus kind of puts it in perspective what dementia can do to a person. All these people dying and having all these non-contact from the world, being cut off completely, just focused on trying to get unaffected into the hive mind, losing sense of what happiness is, shows you what dementia could do, what dementia really is capable of. But on a subdued scale, obviously, because the hive mind is more coordinated than someone suffering from dementia. Now, it is important to say that I enjoyed reacting to these, and they taught me a little bit more, especially the one with Pennywise. Pennywise was threatening, it was horrible, and obviously Fallout was very scary too, but Pluribus is more psychological and actually is the more imminent one. It's very scary, but it's actually something that can happen very practically. Now, I enjoyed this, and I hope if you did too, you can subscribe. You'll see me in exactly 13 days. Toodles. I'm going to be explaining which bone snapped, which organs failed, and why the happy virus in Pluribus is actually a fate worse than death. Stick around, let's go. Now, is an injury to the leg, particularly to the femoral artery, fatal? Sorry,